Hello and welcome to Zenatta Consulting's Beginner Series. This is our series on Zoho WorkDrive, and today we're going to talk a little bit about labels and favorites and following documents. From Zenatta Consulting, I'm Brett Martin.
And I'm Tyler Colts, and let's get right on into it.
So when you're on the home screen, you'll notice running down the left-hand side, you've got a couple different things to choose from over here. If you look at favorites, this is where all your favorites are going to be. And as you can see, we don't have any right now. And if you click in labels, this is kind of a powerful way to add some additional data to easily search on documents. So once you click in the labels section, it'll tell you what you're following, and then any internal documents, external documents, private. These are just three basic labels I've set up. If I wanted to, I could set up another label on here that, really for anything, we can make it, let's make it green, and we'll call this, for my eyes only. And these can be private documents, specific things you want to pull up that you've done that. Once you've done that, it's going to go ahead and add that label to it. So they're kind of nice. You can associate multiple labels with multiple documents, and then they put them in these various categories. So let's take a little bit of what that would look like. I'll show you what that would look like. If I go to sales collateral and I just highlight the About Us document, just click on it. You'll notice by clicking these little ellipses, the three arrows, you have quite a few choice. So one of the things is you can do labels. So I want to make it an internal document, and I want to make it private, and I want to make it for my eyes only. I've basically put this document in all three categories, and I have locked it down. Another thing you can do while you're in here is you can say, I want to follow it. Now, following it is super nice. This actually lets you know anytime a change was made to it, anything that happened to it, you'll get a notification. You can have a bell notification, you can have email notifications, you can have both. And once you start following a document, basically you'll get instant notifications anytime anything has been done to that document. Let's say you're working on a very time-sensitive contract for somebody, and you're working with another collaborator on them, and you're kind of going through this document, and you're waiting for them maybe to make a final change. You're not going to have to go back and forth. Did you make the change? Did you make the change? As soon as that change has been made to the document, you'll get the notifications. So a super helpful feature there. And then additionally, so now if I go up here to my favorites, as you can see, it's not a favorite. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if I go to my labels, you can see that I am following this document, and it's an internal document. It's not an external document, and I have it in private and for my eyes only. So kind of a nice way of just categorizing documents you're working on. You can kind of set this up your own little Kanban view if you wanted to. Things I have to work on now, things I'm working on later. There's a lot of things you can do with labels. Personally, I think just from a metadata perspective, the ability to go in and have things tagged a certain way, it can really help you kind of get through your documents and find something you're looking for.
A big use case for it as well is, you might have internal documents that are in a variety of different team folders. You could have an internal document that's in sales, an internal document that's in marketing. So rather than having to, scrape through all of those folders to find all of your internal documentation, as long as things are labeled, regardless of what folder they live in, they're going to roll up into that labels view.
Absolutely. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about here is just the ability to go ahead and favorite something. And so if you set something as your favorite, it's just going to go ahead and move it up here to your favorites folder. And this is usually for temporary type of things. You just want to basically, you've got a favorite document, you're working on it all the time. You want to keep it in that folder so you can quickly go to what you're working on at any given period of time. And then you can go ahead and, quickly go ahead and remove that from the favorites when you're done. Pretty powerful, these two, favorites and labels. They really keep your documents organized, make it super simple to find what you're looking for. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed our tip on setting up favorites and labels in Zoho WorkDrive, and we'll see you next time.